Hi, and welcome to Cosmic Consciousness with Cassia. On this channel, we discuss all aspects of the Ascension process. I have a variety of services that I offer to assist in your awakening journey, and you can find those listed in the description box below. Today, we're going to be doing the daily reading for Sunday, March 14th, 2021. And today's a day that's ruled by the crown chakra and guided by spirit. And yes, we are in the wake of that beautiful Pisces New Moon. I want to thank everybody that came out and joined us last night for the New Moon manifesting ceremony. It was a wonderful time, as always. We were working with some really big, beautiful, potent energies, but very gentle energies as well with that Pisces energy. And so it was a very, very powerful day. We're still in the wake of that energy right now. And we'll see as we get into the astrology, how the astrology is progressing and sort of how we're building on these energies of the new moon right now. And the energy for today, the Galactic Signature, really plays very well into that. The energy is the white crystal dog. And so the white dog energy is all about love, heart, and loyalty. And that crystal tone is all about dedication, universalization, and cooperation. And so these two energies blend and meld really well together. Today is a day where we really want to unite with our companions of destiny. We want to spread the message of love. We want to spread the energy of love. We want to just be all about the love today. Just extending that, giving that, receiving that, sharing that in any way that we can, coming together with like-minded souls to see how it is that we can get that message of love out there today. How is it that we can enact that in every aspect of our lives? How can we be more loving? How can we be more loyal? How can we make those heart-to-heart genuine connections with other people today? The dog energy is all about relationship. It's all about the ways that we learn about love through relationship. And sometimes these ways are really, it's always beautiful. Sometimes it's painful when we come across these blocks within our heart center, right? These blocks that we have to love. And our relationships are what teach us about those blocks with the intent of then being able to heal those, right? Anything that is not an act of love is a cry for love, right? And so we can notice that in people today. If we have people who are acting in ways that are contradictory to love, if we have people who are lashing out, we can understand that really what they're doing is crying out for love. There is a lack of love. And that is what's causing that behavior. And so we just love them all the more, right? And really tap into all of this beautiful Piscean energy, which is very, very much about cooperation, about unity, about love, and all the different ways that we express love in our lives. The affirmation for today is, I dedicate in order to love, universalizing loyalty. I seal the process of heart with the crystal tone of cooperation. I am guided by the power of spirit. Yes, so what ways can you go out and share that message of love today? And the most powerful way that we share the message of love is, of course, by acting out of love. And so as we have the astrology today, the moon has entered Aries. And we have a lot of similar energies to yesterday. We still have that beautiful conjunction of Neptune, Venus, and the sun going on. We also now have the moon, which has moved on and is in a conjunction with Chiron and Ceres. And I don't know if we talked about this. I'm pretty sure we did talk about this in the new moon video as well. I know we talked about it last night. The energy of when we have Chiron and Ceres together, that's an incredibly powerful and potent healing energy as well. Ceres represents our ability to nurture. Our ability to nurture what it is that we value, what it is that we love, right? And so this isn't just in that mothering aspect, although that is absolutely present. It's a very moon-like energy. But it's also, how do we nurture our projects, right? How do we nurture our passions? How do we nurture ourselves? All of these different aspects, and there's a lot of healing around that with this Chiron energy, a lot of healing that's been going on around our empowerment that's really piggybacking off of our experience through the later half of 2020 and then moving on into now. And we can see it's really interesting that the moon has moved now. We had this bisextile going on between Mars, Chiron, and Saturn. And now that the moon is joining this by conjuncting Chiron, we've just added another layer to the mix. So it's sort of like taken all of that beautiful, creative, compassionate healing energy from that conjunction and moved it now into this bisextile, which is where we're really being called to put into ACTION the things that we've learned as far as our healing process around our own empowerment, around our ability to actualize our will and our desires in the world, our ability to show up, right? And so we're really being guided heavily to show up and to bring with us that compassion, to bring with us all of that energy, that white dog energy as well, right? That Piscean energy of love and tolerance and compassion, and to meld that with our masculine energy, right? We had a big healing of the divine feminine energy, and now the moon is really moving in, and we're combining that even more deeply with the masculine and really balancing and healing both of those aspects and learning how to utilize them in tandem. So I really love that for today. We also have Mercury moving into conjunction with Pallas, and this will be more exact in the next couple days. Right now, Mercury is technically still in Aquarius, and Pallas is in Pisces. And so we have a few degrees of difference. And so we won't feel this energy as acutely until Mercury moves into Pisces. And I believe, let me check this for you guys right now. What day does Mercury move into Pisces? It's looking like the 16th. Yep, on the 16th. So in 2 days, Mercury will move into Pisces, and we'll be feeling that energy. So we'll talk about that more then. As far as that goes, but that has a lot to do with our mental processes, our ability to really put the pieces together, but to do it from that intuitive point of view. So that's going to be a really, I think, an illuminating energy that we're moving into there. But yeah, a lot of this energy now that we're moving into is about taking all of those manifestations, all of those beautiful dreams, right, that we dreamed up with that new moon in Pisces, that we are still dreaming up, and figuring out how we can bring those to fruition. What are the resources at our disposal? What ways can we take this energy and utilize it? How can we bring into manifest form that which we have dreamed up? All right, and I'm wanting to pull a couple Star Temple Oracle cards to get us started. Clear. Let's get some guidance from the Star Temple Oracle for today. All right, so we have Mother of the Sea coming out, Goddess. I surrender to the boundless creative flow of the ocean. So still that creative flow of that, we have that conjunction still going on between Neptune and Venus, right? And so very much utilizing, this is card number 44 for those who enjoy numerology. That's a big favorite number of mine, right? 144, 44, all of that. So yeah, how can we surrender into that creative flow, right? But really we're feeling that flow gaining momentum as well. And so how can we ride the current of that energy? But we're learning how to, and we've been talking about this, right? How to tap into the divine feminine, like merge our feminine and masculine aspects of creation, right? Because these two energies together are what create. And so it's like setting that intention and then surrendering it, letting it go, right? That's the feminine side. But being receptive, and when we notice something coming into our reality that requires our ACTION, then ACTING upon that, which is calling in that masculine energy again. So how we can take constructive ACTION, but also surrender and release the results and remain receptive. And these cards come out all the time for us, you guys. We have the Mirror. I hold the mirror up to see, accept, and love all of me. So really looking at and embracing all of those aspects of ourselves. We're being called very strongly to continue to do this. That work is never done, right? It's falling more and more deeply into love with ourselves and really noticing and paying attention to what is being shown to us, what is being mirrored to us in our reality, and what lies within us that is wanting to be revealed, that is wanting to be loved, that is wanting to be embraced and accepted next. And then let go, I surrender and allow myself to grieve. So a lot of this energy, it's going to continue to be prevalent, right? Over and over and over again. And so I'm not going to repeat myself with everything that we've said about this energy, but it's a big, big energy of surrender. Surrender, acceptance, compassion. It's like take that white dog energy today and also turn it to yourself. How can you love yourself unconditionally? How can you show yourself all of that compassion, all of that tenderness that you show others, right? Yes. Any other cards here that want to come out and play? This is so funny. I love how we get so many of the same cards, you guys. It's so interesting. We have the little star coming out, divine. My inner child is whole and complete. So that inner child still really calling out for that love and tenderness. Love me, play with me, honor me, right? So really connecting to that aspect of ourselves. I'm feeling for some people too, it's like allowing yourself to grieve the things that you lost, the loss of your innocence. I feel, and we all, right, and our innocence is never really lost, right? We can reclaim it, and that's what we're in the process of doing right now. However, it does feel as though it is lost for a time sometimes, and we all experience this at some point during our lives when we witness something, when we experience something that changes us, that forces us to, it forces some of that spark, it forces some of that light out of us almost. It dims our light for a time. It's when we realize that the world, the different aspects of the world, right? As a child, the world is beautiful. The world is magical. The world is hopefully, at least for a very, very short time, and this varies from person to person, hopefully safe for a little bit. And then we start being confronted with other realities, with other truths. And that starts to fade a little bit. So it's like grieving whatever that event was that sort of forced you out of your childhood and into a different phase of your life and your experience. For some people, this is like a trauma or something that happened to you that really shook you, and it brought you out of this beautiful childlike innocence. And so grieving for yourself, but also like your inner child is here to remind you, like, you didn't lose me. I'm still here. I'm still here, and you can come. Like, maybe you weren't able to protect me then, but you can come and you can love me, and you can bring me and you can integrate me back in now. And you can give me that love and that protection that you couldn't give me before, right? That we couldn't give ourselves. Like your inner child, I mean, look at her. She's beseeching you. And she's saying, like, don't forget about me. I'm still here. I never really left. I've just been waiting for you to acknowledge me and for you to love me and for you to make me feel safe enough to come home. And it's interesting with the home piece, right? Because on the bottom of the deck here, we have the temple home. I no longer search outside of myself for home. Right? So when we talk about this, it's like the home within us. If we are at home within ourselves, we can be at home anywhere. And so really understanding that it's like and I think for a lot of starseeds, right, this is something that we do, maybe even a little bit more than the average person, because we are born with this innate sense that we don't necessarily belong, that we're from somewhere else. It's like our home doesn't really feel like our home, right? And so a lot of us, we spend a large portion of our lives searching for home, trying to figure out who feels like home, what feels like home. And of course, we're never going to find it out there because, first of all, it exists somewhere out there, right? But really, all of this, everything that is, all that is, exists within here. And so when we go within here, when we learn how to do that, that's when we find our true home, right? And so just really moving into alignment with that, really finding that home within ourselves by really getting to know ourselves, by really getting to love ourselves. It's like, this doesn't feel like home if this is full of pain and this is full of sorrow and this is full of fear, right? So we cleanse, we purge that. But first we have to go into it, right? That's what this energy is all about. We have to go into it so we can see what's ready to be healed. And then we have to heal it. And then when we heal it, we can bring back these aspects of ourselves that now feel safe to come home. And as our soul becomes more whole, we, of course, feel more and more at home. And then on the bottom of the deck here, we have Maya, the winged messenger, creation. Spiritual direction inspires my creative flow. And this is a gorgeous card. They're all gorgeous. So really utilizing that spiritual connection today. And this is a second card that talks about flow here, right? So really moving with the flow of our manifestations and allowing spirit to direct them, to inspire us today, really tapping into with this Pisces energy, especially with this Venus conjunct Neptune energy in Pisces, right? And the sun is still involved in that right now. There's a lot of that deep intuitive psychic energy going on. So really taking advantage of that and really utilizing that and all the different ways that we can use it in order to create our manifestations and attract that abundance, right? This card comes out for us a lot too, the Witchcraft card. The Cosmic Enchantress, I attract a steady flow of abundance. Once again, the word flow, 3 times now we have the word flow, right? And this is all about being in spiritual alignment. When we are in alignment with our souls, right? These manifestations, this abundance naturally flows. All right. Yeah, no, I like that one too. I don't always take them when they're upside down. Sometimes I take that as like, okay, so this is like the end. But I'm feeling this one too. Merope, the fallen star, shame. I no longer hide my face. I step into my light with love. So that's really capitalizing on that energy of loving and embracing all parts of ourselves, especially those parts of ourselves that we feel shame around. And I think that this has been a big energy that a lot of us have been experiencing, right? Because that shame is heavy. That shame is heavy and it really weighs us down. And so that above all else, right? The guilt and the shame really, really, we have to acknowledge and we have to heal because we don't want that heaviness inside of us. We don't need that, right? We deserve better than that. Yeah. Yeah. And it always reminds me of with guilt and shame, right? I can't remember exactly how it goes, but it says something like guilt is feeling bad about what we've done. Shame is feeling bad about what we are. And so we can see how that energy goes deeper when it comes to that shame, right? And so like we can almost feel into the energy of that and it's sticky. And so we want to heal that. We want to release that. We want to bring light to that, right? So that we can, like if we have this shame within us, it's going to be really difficult for us to shine our light, for us to be who we authentically are, for us to feel comfortable doing that, because there's still a part of us that wants to hide. And so if you guys want any assistance with this, please reach out to me. I would love to assist you in working through and releasing some of this. All right, we're going to pull a couple messenger oracle cards. Clear. What guidance do we have from the messenger oracle? And so we have seek the lesson. And this energy comes out a lot, right? We have reveal your truth. We have seek your answers within. And we have embrace the feminine, which we've been talking about that divine feminine energy, which is so strong right now. And then on the bottom of the deck, you guys, you can't make this up. It says, surrender to the flow. And then under that, I love this too. It goes really well with this white dog energy, right? It says, nurture all you love. And that goes really well with that, that Ceres Chiron energy that we have going on too, right? So really with this, seek the lesson, reveal your truth, seek the answers within, right? And so it's like whatever it is that we are experiencing in our reality right now, it's always teaching us something, right? So it's really understanding what it's been teaching us. In order to move forward from a cycle, we have to understand the lesson. We also have to understand the virtues, right? That's part of the lesson, is what virtues did that instill within us? What did it teach us? What do we now have that we can bring forward into our life, into our incarnations, into our experience from this point on, right? And there's a lot of, I feel for a lot of people, some of the lessons going on right now are really like what they're teaching you is your own truth. What is your truth, right? What do you believe? And for a lot of people, I feel like this is almost like, what do you believe about you? And so whatever is going on in your reality, just understand that and go within to find the answers, right? This is like the energy that's, it's like we have two versions of us, I think. Or maybe more than two, maybe three, right? We have the version that we show the world. We have the version that we believe ourselves, right? And then we also have this deeper belief system around who and what we are that's been ingrained in us through all of our experiences, for some people, it's this energy of this loss of our innocence, right? And everything that followed. Through all of these experiences, we have this other version of ourselves that we don't even necessarily know, but it's subconscious, and it's guiding a lot of our behavior. It's guiding a lot of our perceptions, a lot of our actions. And so the lessons, the things coming into our reality right now are really seeking to reveal the truth to us about who and what we believe we are. What are those beliefs, right? Where does that shame, where does that resentment, where does that guilt reside, and why? Where do these misperceptions about who and what we are reside? Where do those come from? And those answers, though, that truth is only going to be found within. Right? It's going to be, we're going to have outside events that trigger us in order to look within. But then we have to look within to find those answers. And to really do that with this embracing the feminine energy, to do that with love and compassion, right? With love, tenderness, and compassion for ourselves, as well as forgiveness for other people involved in some of these experiences that shaped us. Yeah, but there's a lot of that energy of really finding our truth. And this isn't just when it comes to what we think of and believe about ourselves, right? This is our truth in all aspects of our lives. Just being really catapulted into, sort of pushed into, nudged into where it is that there's a deeper truth that's wanting to be revealed to us. And of course, we find that by being receptive, going within. Always surrendering to the flow, right? This is really capitalizing on that divine feminine energy. So just really above all else today, being in the flow. And then we have heed your dreams and let your emotions flow. And from all of that, a new day dawns. All right. But it's like, heed your dreams. The way I'm feeling this is like, especially with all of this Pisces energy, all of this intuitive energy, for people, your dreams are going to be very important right now. Your dreams, many of you, your dreams are trying to teach you and show you things. Like if you are seeking this truth, seeking these answers within, some of those answers may be coming to you in your dream state. So pay attention to that as well. All right, I love you guys. I appreciate you. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you have a beautiful, beautiful Sunday. Really just drinking in those energies of the new moon. We're still in a powerful manifesting energy. So really utilizing that, but really just sinking into that state of flow today. Wherever today is trying to take you, just allow yourself to go there. Don't try to resist the current. Don't try to control the outcome. Today's a day, I feel, when we are presented this heavily by this energy of flow, it feels to me like a day where things may take us in unexpected directions. And so the best thing we can do is just allow that and really seek what is the lesson, what is the gift in each and every one of these different turns of circumstance, right? All right. Drop a comment. Let me know how today's resonating. If you like this video, I have links down below to donate if you feel so moved to do so. My email is also down below with a description of the services that I offer. Please reach out to me if you would like to set something up. I would absolutely, absolutely love that. I will talk to you guys later.